Yeah, there's one other event that's taking place, or this underlying historical interaction between Joseph Smith, who has arrived in July, and the bishop, Edward Partridge, whose job it is to take care of the saints, to build up the temporal needs and the affairs and all the consecrated United Order efforts. And what's he feeling about independence?
This is, Partridge is just kind of flabbergasted. This is, again, a highly undeveloped area. He is not impressed at all with this area. Now, he's been very successful as a Painesville hatter. He's come from a nice area of the community.
Of the civilized world of New York.
And he comes down there and he goes, I just don't see this. And Joseph has a greater vision of this. It may look not very promising to you, but it's quite a rebuke. And I've kind of felt sorry for Partridge because he's such a stalwart, Tyler. In section 41, he's told that he is a man without guile. That's without hypocrisy, without deception. He is one genuine individual. And this you can see this here. I mean, it's a very stern rebuke.
In the work of God, we're dealing with human beings, all of which who have agency. They have their own preferences. We have our own experience, our own view, our own outlook on life, our own persuasions. And even though at times you might get what's going on here, which is a pretty sharp, this isn't just a small disagreement between the Lord's bishop and the Lord's prophet regarding building up the land of Zion here. Section 58 is going to help work that out. But my point is this: don't be shocked in your church service or your church experience if you run into situations where things don't just move forward like a well-oiled machine, where everybody agrees with everybody on every point and every decision that's made in a council meeting. Sometimes there are these struggles that happen, and somehow God's okay with it. His work still moves forward in spite of our mortal imperfections.
They worked it out. And again, there was, Partridge said he felt like Joseph had an abusive power. I mean, he was just abusing that. And yet at the same time, again, Joseph had this much different vision than Edward Partridge for this area. I think a good example of how Partridge came in line was that when all of this episode in June, July, August of their experience together, Joseph goes back, Partridge stays there. And he doesn't go back to get his family, even though he's commanded to bring his family to Missouri. He's so dedicated to doing what now Joseph expects him to do and what he thinks the Lord is expecting of him, that he stays there. He'll stay through the winter. He doesn't go back. He sends for his wife and family. And really, Tyler, for the next, really through the entire Missouri period, he is a leading player, if not many times the leading player, in trying to develop the concept of Zion and to do as the Lord directed in the Revelations. This shows a real quick repentance and a determination to, okay, I know what the Lord expects of me. I'm going to do my very best, and he does. He's an absolutely marvelous figure. I just love Edward Partridge and his example of the Latter-day Saints. May have a disagreement, but once he realized, okay, I was probably in error. I apologize. I'm going to do what the Lord expects and what Joseph Smith expects of me.